back to Cuban with a twist. Fall is in the air, the autumn leaves are changing. Now it's time to start pulling out your pumpkins, pulling out your squashes, and today we're going to make a pumpkin flan with caramel drizzle on it. Okay? A couple of your basic ingredients that you need for the other flan or any flan custard that you're going to make. 1 can of evaporated milk, 2 cans of condensed milk, and we're going to use a half of a can of the pumpkin pie mix. Now this is about 30 ounces. You're only going to need about 15 ounces. Okay, we got 2 tablespoons of pure vanilla, 1 tablespoon of cinnamon, 2 tablespoons of raw sugar, and eggs. Okay, first thing we're going to do is we've got the oven on, and I've got the steam pan in because remember we're going to start off with a lasagna dish, fill it up with water so that you can place your baking dish with your flan in it in the middle. Okay, that's the first thing you want to do. You want to preheat that. So I want to say probably 15 minutes or so before you get started. Go ahead and put your oven on. 375 convection bake. If you don't have convection, I would probably do about 400. Okay, but that all depends on the strength of your oven. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put a little pan so that it's easier for me to flip it over when the time comes. Okay, there we go. We're going to put that aside. And then we can just put this here. Okay, we're going to add the raw sugar. And I'm just going to spread that around. One of the things I love about working with flans or tarts is just so many different recipes that you can make with it. It really makes it a lot of fun. So we're going to add the cinnamon, and we're just going to sprinkle that evenly over. Okay? Just no real rhyme or reason to it. Just kind of sprinkle it and work it into the sugar. Okay, now the vanilla. I used about 1 tablespoon in this mix, and we're going to leave the other tablespoon for when we when we create the custard. So this we're going to go ahead and put in the oven. Okay. Get a little rag. Pull it out. That's really hot. Okay, so I'm just going to place it in the middle, and I'm going to let that sit there so it'll melt the sugar. Okay, we've got that in the oven right now, so we're going to start off with our creating our flan base. So we've got the 2 cans of condensed milk. Just going to pour that in there. Now this is definitely not a diet dish. This is a dish for Thanksgiving, a Sunday when you have your family together. It's a treat. Okay, that tiny bit of cinnamon that was left over, throw it in there. The other tablespoon of vanilla, let's toss that in there. Okay, we're going to put 2 spoonfuls of cream cheese, because since we're adding so many eggs, we add 5 eggs to this. We really want to offset the eggy taste with some cream cheese. Okay, so I'm throwing that in there. Oh, perfect. We've got the evaporated milk. I love this time of year. You've got the change of the trees. The leaves are so beautiful. The weather is just, you know, it's not too cold, not too hot. Very pretty. And now's really when you can have a lot of fun with apples, with pears, with squashes, with pumpkins. Bring out so many fantastic flavors. There we go. Now remember, we're not going to be using the whole can. So we want to take approximately half. So I've got my cup here, and I'm just going to put it in here. Okay. This is really going to give it a nice vibrant color too. Alright, so that's 1 cup. I put about 1.5 cups of the pumpkin in there, and that's what we're going to go with right now because I don't want the pumpkin mix to thin out the custard. Okay, so we're going to go with 1.5 cups. 5 eggs, 5 whole eggs. So let's just go 1, go 2. And you might have some left over. You could possibly make 2 flans, or maybe a flan and a whole bunch of little tarts. If not, you can save it and use it maybe 3 or 4 days later and make another one. Make it an extra special dish. Now the magic happens right here. The blender really does all the work for me. Okay, power on. We're gonna let it blend probably for about 2 minutes. I bought some caramel sauce and it comes pretty thick. Okay, it's an organic caramel sauce that I got at Whole Foods. So because it's stiff like that, I'm gonna put it in a little bit of water and I'm just gonna melt it a tiny bit. Nope, I think I put too much water in there, so we're gonna take that out. Okay, so I've taken the dish out. I've got the caramel. It took about 6 minutes or so for it really to start being smooth, you can see. So I'm just gonna blend it up a little bit. And I'm gonna take a knife because I want it to just flow. Okay. Just whatever little lines you'd like to make, little design that you'd like to make. Get a little bit more. I'm just gonna let that fall like that on the bottom of the dish. Okay. It's really more for the look. It's gonna add flavor to it, but it's really more for the look.
Yeah.
There we go. Not that a little caramel is not good. It's going to be so good. Okay, we're going to do a little pulse. Turn it off. And then we're going to add the custard. And remember, this is going to sit for 60 minutes. Okay? 60 minutes, very important. Look at that pretty color it has. That's just a beautiful color. Okay. You can see we had some left over. This actually I'm going to share with my son-in-law that loves to bake. That way when he gets home, he would like to make a flan. Welcome back. We pulled it out of the refrigerator. It's perfect. It's ready to go. This is our pumpkin caramel flan. Fantastic for this time of year, for Thanksgiving, for a Sunday morning. We're going to go ahead and slice it up. Take a look at it. Oh, nice. Look at that. Beautiful. Great color. Thank you so much for watching us. Like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, and watch us always on syndicatednews.net.